Hello everybody and welcome to the Adventures of Drawing. I'll draw a little scene for you today using a variety of pencils, a smudging tool, and either a wider or a finer eraser. So without further ado, let's go right into this. I will start by giving myself a little frame. Carving out a little area on my piece of paper where my scene is going to live in. And then there's going to be a horizon down there. That's not very straight, but it never is. And so I can live with it and just accept it. It's a horizon, it's there, and that's what matters. Now I'll go in the sky and just quickly give it a value. I want it to be darker at the top and lighter above the horizon. I don't want to spend too much time on it today, and I don't want to spend too much time on the landscape either, because I figured we'd do something different today. It's an experiment, and it's certainly not going to be perfect, but I want to draw cows since I really like them. They're really social animals, but also a little bit dangerous. Annually, more people die by getting killed by cows than people die from shark attacks. I don't know if it's necessarily cow attacks or if the cow is more passive in the act and people die during cow tipping or something, but yeah, just a little fun fact. I think it's more or less viral on the internet, so maybe you already knew that, but yeah, I think cows kill 150 people every year and sharks kill like 5 or 6 people annually. But yeah, let's not get too much into the sinister side of that. Cows are really nice. So I'm going to draw a cow. I made a sky right here, made it smooth with the smudging tool. I'll just go into the landscape right here. Just a couple of fields in the background and a field where the cow stands on. So I'll just draw a couple of lines down here, a couple of elevations, very minor elevations in this very flat landscape. Let's go in maybe with the smudging tool, get this a little bit more even, just a little bit like that, and then I'll go in with the 3B pencil and give this landscape a little bit of a detail. Maybe something pops up over there, and then we've got something over here, a larger area of a maybe just darker patch of grass, and then something down there. And that's all for the landscape for today. Maybe make this go out of the frame right here and something down there. Okay. Now, I'm not drawing this cow from memory or imagination. I made a sketch before going live, which is going to help me. It's still not going to be perfect, and I don't know how much time I'll be able to spend on this before getting completely frustrated, but yeah, just so you know, I don't draw everything from imagination. The landscapes so far I did, but yeah, right now I'm taking this reference to help me. Okay, just started with the snout, since to me that seems to be the most prominent feature, and quickly block in just where the body is going to continue out of the frame. There's a line for the eyes. This goes up here, and then there's like some sort of, you could call it a cylinder where the eyes are. What else is there? There's the cheekbone coming down right here from the eye. Eye right here. There's the eyelid. And the other one should be right here, I think. Like so. And then this is the top of the head right there. It's got some hair up there, just indicating a couple of strains, like so. And then there's an ear coming out this side, like so, and there's the upper part. And that's where the inside of the ear is going to be. And on the other side, it looks quite similar. Comes out right here, goes up there, maybe not that wide, maybe down here, going up there and over there. Now the left ear is larger than the right one, so let's make the right one just a little bit bigger. Okay. Now let me just quickly indicate the nostrils. Okay, that should be it for the sketch. And now let's erase the landscape down here. This area is going to be dark since the cow in my reference was black, and I am going to make this one black as well if I can pull it off. But yeah, I just want to get rid of that structure. Maybe I don't have to, maybe what I draw above it would completely cover it, but just in case it doesn't, I erased it. But I want everything to just have a value. Even the bright areas of the fur are going to be as light as this HB lead. There are just going to be a couple of highlights that I can erase now already. So the light comes from the top, of course, but a little from the left side. So this left area is going to be a little bright. And then also the bottom of this nostril, there's a reflection in the liquid, or yeah, since the nostril is rather moist, there's going to be a reflection there. Then we've got a highlight right here. And I think, yeah, this upper area of the neck and beginning of the body was rather light as well. So I'm going to make this a bit lighter. And then darken it down again just a little bit, just with this light cross-hatching. Make this a little darker as well. Okay. Next thing is going to be the mid-tones. So there's a couple of areas right here at the body and the shoulder where it's a little darker. Around about this shape. And then I forgot one highlight here at the lower part of the neck, but everything else down here is very dark. And it's got roughly this shape down here. Where the shape of the body starts bending down away from the sun. Make a little transition right here as well. Okay. All right. Let's continue with the mid values. So there's something right here. And of course, the lower area of the snout is rather dark. It's a little lighter over here. And I forgot a highlight up here. Okay. And then this area is all dark, of course, since it's turned away from the sun. Only the lower part of the nostril over there has an inclination towards the sun, so that's going to be a little light area. Now, there's a little indentation right at the middle here. This area is darker as well. I had to sneeze, excuse me. Okay. Then this area just above the cheekbone is brighter. And we've got a darker area right here. This is going to be dark anyway since it's in the shadow. So I'm just giving this entire area a general darker value with the HB pencil already. The inside of the ear is dark as well. And also this little bit of the outside right here, since it's turned down towards the ground. Okay. Let's get some structure in here so this doesn't look like the sky. Okay. The inside of this ear is dark as well. Just going in this way and then cross-hatching the other way to get it nice and dark. All right, then we've got the lower part of this eyelid. There's a little area that looks up, so that's light. And then in the reference there was a reflection from the sunlight all the way along the side of the pupil. And then we've got the upper eyelid here. That's dark because it's turned away from the sun. And we've got the pupil itself. That's completely black. Okay, now the lower area of this, what I call it, cylinder. There's the lower part of the eyelid that's dark, and then this lower area is dark as well. And then there are a couple of folds going up here, just indicating those. Now this lower area, lower part of the ear, there's a tiny edge that's turned completely downwards. So that's really, really dark right here. Let's create a little transition. Okay. And now the upper part of the inside of the ear is darker as well. Darker than the rest of the inside. And also up here at the top, there's an edge that is turned towards the sun. So I don't just make the entire area black that I colored, colored is the wrong word, but where I drew a value in before for the shape of the ear, I leave a little bit of an area up there that's turned towards the sunlight. Okay. Getting this ear. Now here's the other one. Really dark. Edge down there. This outside part of the ear that's turned downward. And then here's the upper half of the inside that is also dark. course, it's darkest right here at the top. Right there. Okay. Now, this right area is mostly in the shadow. Let me quickly get this nostril right here. Then there's a dark area right here on the inside of this nostril as well. And of course, the lower part of the lip is turned down, so it's dark as well. Right there, maybe like so. And this side of the face, here we've got, wait, that's not the cheekbone. The cheekbone would go something like this, right there, so it's darker at that edge. And then this goes in here into the shape of the rest of the face. Also down here, it's really dark. Like so. And here's the other cylinder of the eye. That would be lighter up here, but it's not completely light since it's still in the shadow. So I block in a little value with the HB pencil. Now, the other pupil had a similar reflection of the light right on the outside. Then there's the upper eyelid right here, and the lower eyelid right there. And it's turned towards the sun, so it's lighter than the rest of this area as well, but it's not turned towards the sun as much as this one. It's still on the shadow side, so it's gotta be rather dark. And I shouldn't just draw in everything here, since there's also a lighter area where there's no pupil. Okay. And there we've got the second eye, lower eyelid, curved down in here. And then this part of the skull that is shaped around the eye socket is right there. Also a couple of folds going up here. Okay. Just having a quick look at my sketch, what's missing. Maybe I can make this area a little darker and separate that from the rest. Make this darker as well. This area right here. Okay. And now I just want to go in with the hair right here. I'm just following the volumes of the strains that I drew in earlier, and I'm just going in with a couple of lines Hmm. Those trains should have a shadow and a light area as well, but oh well. Maybe let's do it right here. There's the shadow side, and it's very bright on the light side, so you don't see the hair up over there. And here as well. Okay. All right. There we go. That's our curious little cow. Now let me clean up the edges. Up here, over there, a little bit more to get rid of most of that line that I made for the frame. Well, it's still there, but okay. Oops. And now, the most difficult part down here. That's pretty good. Pretty clean edge down there. Okay. Let me quickly knock off that residue. Gently wipe it off. Okay. There's our scene for today. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed our little journey. If you find yourself coming back to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you liked the video, please give it a like. Drop down in the comments to talk about whatever you want to talk about. Maybe the motif, maybe some technique. Maybe you've got some criticism for me. My technique's far from perfect. If you have any tips for me, I'd like to hear them and try them out. I hope you maybe found some inspiration or motivation to do something yourself. Maybe also draw or paint something, be creative. Or maybe you've just got the video in the background to get some other work done, just as a little bit of background noise as people do. That's totally okay. Alright, with all that said, thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.